there, and welcome. Today, we're diving into the world of pig farming. And look, making a profit isn't just about hard work. It really boils down to one massive decision you make right at the very beginning, choosing the perfect pig breed. This is the question, right? Is pig farming a gold mine, or is it just going to be a giant money pit? You can see the potential, for sure, but man, you can also see the risk. So how do you make sure you end up on the right side of that equation? Well, the thing that tips the scales from loss to profit, it almost always comes down to a single decision. And you make it before you even think about buying your first bag of feed. Yep, it is all about the breed. Okay, so how do you actually make that choice? I mean, you can't just go out and pick the cutest piglet, right? The pros, they use a specific framework, kind of like a checklist, to figure out if a breed has real commercial potential. So let's walk through it. Look, a smart farmer is basically asking 6 key questions. First, how fast does it grow? Time to market weight. 2, how much is it going to cost me to feed this thing? 3, how many piglets am I going to get? 4, is the meat actually any good? Is it valuable? 5, is it going to get sick all the time? And finally, number 6, can it even handle the climate where I live? If you get the answers to these right, you are well on your way to making some money. Okay, let's zoom in on one of those points, FCR, or feed conversion ratio. Honestly, this might be the single most important number in all of livestock farming. All it's asking is this: how many pounds of feed does it take to get 1 pound of meat? And the answer is simple. A lower number is always better. That's just pure profit efficiency right there. All right, so with that checklist in our back pocket, let's meet the all-stars. I'm talking about the industry titans. These are the breeds that are pretty much the backbone of commercial pork production all over the world. And first up, you've got the undisputed champ of lean meat, the Yorkshire. You might also know it as the large white. I mean, this breed is basically what you picture when you think of commercial pig farming. And when you look at the numbers, you totally get why it's the champ. We're talking big litters, a super fast 5 to 6 months to get to market, and just amazing feed efficiency. The bottom line is really clear. If your goal is to pump out high volumes of lean meat, think bacon, ham, the Yorkshire is absolutely your go-to. So, to sum it up, the Yorkshire is profitable because it just checks all the big boxes. It's fast, it's efficient, it gives you a ton of piglets, and it's a really hardy animal. It's the whole package. Okay, let's talk about our next all-star, which plays a totally different game, the Duroc. Look, if the Yorkshire is the king of quantity, then the Duroc is without a doubt the master of quality and flavor. And the key difference is right there in that term, superior marbling. What is that? Well, it's that fat that's woven inside the muscle. It's what gives you that incredible flavor and tenderness. It's what the fancy chefs and foodies are always looking for. So yeah, the Duroc grows fast, but its real secret sauce is that it creates a premium product that you can sell for a much higher price. All right, let's take a quick breather here. Little pop quiz for you. And trust me, almost everyone gets this wrong. Do pigs sweat? Nope, they don't. They have hardly any sweat glands at all. So that classic image of a pig happily rolling in the mud, that's not about them being messy. That's pure survival. The mud is literally their air conditioner and their sunscreen all rolled into one. How smart is that? Okay, fun fact over. Back to business. We've talked about the industrial powerhouses. So now let's look at the specialists. These are the breeds that are perfect for those niche markets. We're talking high-end restaurants, organic farms, that kind of thing. And when you start talking about premium gourmet pork, there's one name that you hear over and over and over: the Berkshire. Seriously, this is the breed that gets chefs really excited. And this just shows you there's a totally different way to be profitable, right? This isn't about speed or pumping out huge volumes. It's about creating a product that is so high quality, it can command a serious premium. Farmers raising Berkshires, they're not trying to feed the world. They're targeting a very specific market that really cares about amazing taste. That makes them perfect for those farm-to-table restaurants and organic setups. Okay, now I just want you to stare at this number for a second. 20. Just 20. What on earth could that possibly mean in the world of pig farming? That is the potential litter size of a Mission pig. I'm not kidding. Your typical sow might have, 12 to 14 piglets? The Mission can have up to 20. So its value isn't in the meat itself, it's in its unbelievable ability to reproduce. It's basically a piglet factory on 4 legs. And you better believe its genetics are a hot commodity for improving litter sizes in other breeds. And this brings us to a really important point, a kind of pro-level secret. We've looked at all these incredible purebreds, right? But the truth is, most big commercial farms, they don't use them, not exclusively anyway. They use this really powerful technique to get the best of all worlds. So here's the strategy. A purebred is great, right? It gives you very consistent, very predictable traits. But a hybrid, a crossbreed, that lets you stack the deck in your favor. You can literally combine the best traits from two different breeds to create a piglet that's better than either of its parents. There's a name for this incredible genetic boost. It's called hybrid vigor. So let's make this super practical. Imagine a little recipe. You take a Yorkshire sow with her amazing mothering skills and those huge litters we talked about, and you cross her with a Duroc boar, famous for its fast growth and that delicious high-quality meat. So, what do you think you did? You get the ultimate commercial pig. It's an animal that has it all. You get the big, healthy litters from mom, and you get the premium meat and fast growth from dad. This is the secret to modern pig farming. It's not about just picking one breed. It's about custom building the perfect pig to absolutely maximize your profit. So what's the big takeaway here? It's that there really is no single best pig. The best breed is actually a business decision. It all comes down to choosing the right animal, or the right combination of animals, that perfectly matches your goals and who you're trying to sell to. So I'll leave you with this final thought. It doesn't matter if you're actually a farmer or just interested in the strategy of it all. Ask yourself, what would you build your team for? Are you going for speed, for amazing quality, or for sheer quantity? Because in the business of pig farming, that one choice, well, that's what makes all the difference. Thanks for tuning in.